Hi, lovies. Today we're going to talk all about spring. Are you ready? Are you super excited? I want to think. Can you put your thinking caps on for me? We know a lot about spring already. So we have to think about all the things that we already know. I'm going to use my 5 senses to remember some things about spring. First, I'm going to think about things that I hear in springtime. If you're outside, what do you hear in the spring? Did you say birds chirping? I hear a lot of birds chirping in the spring. In the winter, the birds go home and they go in where it's nice and warm. And then when it's springtime comes, they come back and they chirp so loud. What else do you hear in the springtime? Rain and thunder, good job. There's a lot of rain in the spring, so that makes all the plants grow. So sometimes you might hear thunder and you can see the lightning. Can you hear anything else? Oh, sometimes you do hear other animals because they're allowed to come outside a lot more. So you might hear some doggies barking. You might hear or see some cats. What about things that you smell in the spring? Take a deep breath. Do you smell flowers yet in the spring? You do? Anything else? Sometimes I like the smell of rain. Smells delicious. And what about things that you see in the spring? Do you see beautiful flowers growing? Did you see on the trees, there's little leaves and little buds growing so that the leaves are going to grow? What else did you see? A bird's nest? Wow, that's so smart. In the spring, birds build their nests so that they can have some babies. And anything else? What do we taste in the spring? Do you taste anything special in the spring? No? Maybe you start eating outside a little bit. Maybe you have a picnic. And what do you touch in the spring? We don't need gloves anymore. Sometimes you can play outside in the dirt. Maybe you're planting. Okay, so Mrs. O'Reilly's going to show you a book. It is called I Am Spring. But here's something special. We're not going to read the words today. Mrs. O'Reilly's so silly. We're not going to read the words? No, I'm going to teach you how you can read without looking at the words. Okay, it's called a picture walk. And what you're going to do is when you learn how to do a picture walk with Mrs. O'Reilly, you can do it at home with your mommy and daddy, okay? So let's learn how to take a picture walk. We're going to look at the pictures and we're going to figure out what this picture means or it's telling us. Okay, so, these are flowers and there's an animal. The flowers must smell so good. And look, the animal is looking up at the sky. I wonder if he's looking at the sun. Mrs. O'Reilly's reading without reading the words. Oh, I wonder what this page is telling me. I'm looking at what? This is called a hummingbird. And what is he doing to that flower? He's sticking his beak in there. That means he's drinking from the flower. Oh, so maybe he is drinking his nectar. Oh, and here are some animals that come outside in the springtime. Do you see one that you know? Do you see a deer maybe? Oh, wow. Oh, and I see some birds in the sky. So in the spring, there's lots of animals. Oh, here in these pictures are insects or bugs. See a ladybug and the ants. So in the spring, more bugs come. That's a good thing. They're not scary. They like to live outside. And they're God's creatures. And the plants grow. See how they're growing super tall? I was thinking about that in my picture. Oh, wow. Here we see a what? Do you know what this is called? A barn. And a barn is on a farm. And I'm seeing lots of things growing. Do you see all that stuff growing on a farm? Wow. What do you see in this picture? Oh, I see a beautiful rainbow. So sometimes after it rains, there's a rainbow. In the springtime, you might see a rainbow after it rains. And I see that there's a boy or a girl wearing rain boots and a rain jacket. And what's this? An umbrella. Good job. Oh, what else do you see in the spring? Bees. Bees are all around. And that's okay. That's a good thing. What bees are doing, they're making other flowers grow. And then we see birds in the sky in springtime. They fly. And, oh, we talked about this. What is this? A bird's nest, and they build bird's nests. If you watch outside soon, not today because it's raining, but watch outside, little birdies are going to pick up little sticks and fly to the tree, and they're going to build the bird's nests. What's inside? Eggs. Good job. There's baby birds growing inside. Now, have you ever seen something like this? That's a skunk. P.U. Skunks come outside in the springtime. And, oh, look at these beautiful cherry blossoms on the trees. They must grow very beautifully in the spring. Now, last one. This is a great picture. What do you think is happening here? Someone's gardening. They might be planting. How do you know? What do you see that tells me that they're going to garden? Oh, yep, you see all the tools, the wheelbarrow, the spade. Oh, and that is called a watering can. So you might be planting with your family soon. Mrs. O'Reilly wants to show you one other special thing that I want to show you for spring. Oh, and I think you have one just like this. We have caterpillars for our class. Mrs. O'Reilly's going to put him right here. Do you see them? Some are at the top and some are on the bottom, and they're wiggling. They're moving all around, and they're trying to grow nice and big like the very hungry caterpillars. You see how they're moving? I'm going to move it a little bit better so you can see some. So every day, Mrs. O'Reilly's going to show you how they're getting bigger and bigger. Oh, look at him wiggling up at top. He's just hanging out. So in the spring, we learn about insects, and those are caterpillars. What do caterpillars become in the spring? What do they grow into? You're right, a beautiful butterfly. So Mrs. O'Reilly's going to show you every day how they're growing, okay? All right, my friends, I want you to think all the different things about spring today, and I want you to take a picture walk with a story that you have at home. You're going to look at the pictures and tell your mom and dad what's happening in the story just by the picture. Okay? I love you, and I'll see you soon. Bye.